Guys, check this out. I'm here at the Kodokan Museum, and it's the largest dojo in the world. It's where judo is headquartered, and this is the museum to Dr. Jigoro Kano and the history of judo. And if you found a piece of artwork that might look familiar to Disciple Dojo viewers with sharp eyes, if you notice the background to Disciple Dojo videos and thumbnails and imagery, even in the back of videos when I'm interviewing, you can see there's an image of a sensei overlooking a class of judoka, training judo under the watchful eye of their sensei. And that in Disciple Dojo is overlaid with some scripture. And so the idea is that, we train scripture, train our reading of the Bible and studying and, Hebrew, Greek, all that kind of stuff, with the dedication that students at the Kodokan train judo. So we are Disciple Dojo. Well, that image, if you take a look at this here in the museum, this is that image. It's hard to see in this lighting. And so you have the sensei sitting up there in the front, watching over the class, and he's seated, kind of elevated a little bit so he can see everyone training, and they never turn their backs to him. But in art, of course, you have to depict it that way for perspective. But you're supposed to train so that he can see everything, and a good sensei will be watching his students, not just teaching them and then moving on, but teaching them and then watching their progress to see what they're learning. And so even when you go down to the actual training hall where we were last night here in the Kodokan, there's a seat, an elevated seat at the front, and they have a picture of Dr. Jigoro Kano, but the idea is that the sensei is watching. So train under a watchful eye, and if it's a good sensei, that's a great thing. Of course, if it's a harsh sensei or a bad sensei, that would not be so great. So there's a lot of overlap when you think about discipleship and spiritual training, spiritual jujitsu or judo, training under the watchful eye of a sensei who actually wants you to improve, wants you to get better, and is watching to help you progress through the ranks. And so there's a lot of pastoral imagery application to a good sensei. And of course, the Hebrew word for my sensei would be rabbi. So Jesus as the rabbi is Jesus as the sensei, and that's part of why Disciple Dojo, that's the imagery. That's why I chose the imagery, and it's just always been so formative to my own training. So anyway, I just thought this was really cool. Like, that's the Disciple Dojo image, but the original here at the Kodokan. How cool is that?